Hey guys, Dude's Corner here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve Ortega. Now, Ortega is going to be a three-step process for solving this. It's not the fastest method for solving a 2x2, but I won't really go in depth to any of those tutorials anytime soon because those are really crazy. But anyway, I'll quickly show you how we will be solving this. And the first thing you're going to want to know is how to be color neutral. Now for 3x3 you don't really need this, but for 2x2 you really do. So color neutral is basically solving any side other than white. So well, you can do white, but you need to learn to solve any other color first. So for 2x2 this is actually not too hard to learn, so you're just going to look all over the puzzle. As you can see, let's say we want to solve green, we could just do that. And it's solved. I'll go in detail how that's done later on in the video. But just learn to start solving other colors, and you need to know what colors are opposite of each other. So red, orange, green, blue, and yellow, white are opposite of each other. And then there are also no centers, just a reminder, so you can build any side wherever you want. Now the first step is you're going to be solving one side, not one layer. So I know this is kind of interesting because we've been so used to doing by layer, but instead it's going to be the first side, the bottom side, and then you're going to solve the entire cube. So the first thing, let's go ahead and just solve. Let's go ahead and do white since we already have two. Now I realize normally we always have to do white, but I'm just doing white in this case. So I notice I have two corners here. Now there's just so many cases to the point where you need to learn how to do all of these on your own. Now I know that seems crazy because there's just so many cases when you think about it, because every single piece, if just these two were swapped, that's an entire new case. And there's so many different ones that you can have that it's kind of pointless just to learn algorithms or me teaching you every single case. So the best scenario for you is to learn to do it on your own. Along with being color neutral. So if we notice here, what I like is that I already have a bar here and I need to get these two corners here. Now I could just rotate this one up into here, but that doesn't get this one in. So instead I'm going to do a double move so that I can insert this along into here and then bring it up just like that. And then that solves one side. Once again, there's a lot more cases you can have, but I'm not going to go in detail due to the fact that this could be a very long video. Now let's go ahead and just move on to how we're going to solve the last side, because this is something that we should be focusing on. Now, if you know how to solve beginner's OLL, so all the cross cases on 3x3, then this part you really won't need because all you're looking at is just the corners. So, for instance, this case you should know how to do on 3x3. But for all you that don't know, I'll quickly go through the algorithms for 2x2. Some of these will be faster than the 3x3 ones, so for all those people who know how to solve the OLL cross cases, maybe you should still stick around because I know that there are some that could be faster. Also, I know that there's faster cases than these. These are just the algorithms that I know. I will not be saying aloud what the algorithms are just because I don't remember in head what they were. So I'm just going to list them up on top of the screen there, and then I'm just going to perform the algorithm. So this case is when you have two that are apart from each other. And to do this, it would look like this. The next case is this one when you have two out here and then two here and here. You're just going to turn it so that you're facing one here and then this block is on the left. And you're going to do the algorithm that looks like this. The next case is this one when you have these three here and then the one dot. You're going to hold it in this position here. This is considered the left case for all those who know the beginner's version, and the algorithm will look like this. Then of course there is the right case, which is when you have the dot here and then the yellows here, which is the right version. And then this algorithm would look like this. Then there's this case, so you have the two blocks, one here and one here. You're going to hold it like this, and you're going to do this algorithm. Then there is this case. To do this, you're going to hold it over here. You have the block and then these two apart from each other like this. And you're going to hold it from the bottom, and then the algorithm looks like this. Then there's this case when you have these two here and then these two here. You're going to hold it like this, and this algorithm looks like this. The last thing we need to do is to position all of these. There's only a very few amount of these cases, and they're all not that hard. So the first one here you will notice is that I have a block. So what you're going to look for are blocks. Now I only happen to have one. You could have none, you could have two, or you could even have an entire layer done. That's fine. This case here I have one block, but I don't have any on this layer. So when you have just one block, you're going to have it on top facing you, and then you're going to perform this algorithm. Yeah, and then of course an extra U move. Now when you look at this one, I happen to have two blocks here. Now these may not always be matching, might just happen to be. So like if this block was red, you still would align it up here. And to do this algorithm, it would look like this, holding it in front. Now then you can also have this case, or which is like the half checkerboard, or this case here. Either way, you're going to hold it in this position, and you're just going to do this simple algorithm. The next thing you can have is when you have an entire layer done. So when you have one layer done and not the last one. And this is when you have two corners that need to swap across from each other. You're going to hold it in this position. And for all those that know PLL, you can pretty much do any one that swaps these two, but particularly for those who don't, I'd recommend the T-perm. It is a long algorithm, and it looks like this. The last case is when these two need to swap diagonally, these corners. And once again, all those that know PLL, you can do any one that swaps diagonal corners, and you'll be good. And to do this, you're going to hold it how you have one on the right and then one on the back left, and to this case would look like this. And there you go, the cube is solved, and that is how you solve Ortega. A lot of algorithms, but not too bad overall compared to some of the more advanced 2x2 methods. But anyway, yeah, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you all. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. But anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button as well as those bell notifications to be notified when upcoming videos are released. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.